I sold off some stuff. You don't need to see that. But I did remember that I have a quest where I was aimlessly poking at all those statues. It, like, awakened something in the lower reaches, which I believe is over here where I first met Wynne. And it looks like these people are all floating, and we've got Angsty Angsterson here, who hates being a mage, the boy who thinks boys are better than girls, guy I don't even remember, and specialist trainer.
I think we'll be all right now, thanks to you. The children are already a lot calmer.
You're welcome, Sam. Or Petra.
Oh, right.
And we have summoned, thanks to whoever idiot apprentice this was, we have summoned Shaw Word. But at least everybody's helping. Shut up, Sten.
Pure literal distraction.
Can we expect more of those? Because just thinking about the Fade sets my head spinning.
Oh, right.
Alright, I have Eustaris and a bunch of stones. Eustaris the Dragon Slayer. Well, I have that other quest. I don't remember if I can do it or not. Let's find out.
Come on, you've rested enough. We need to get these out of the tower before they get fragrant.
Touching those abominations. It's wrong.
Someone has to do it.
Why do we have to take them across the lake to burn? The lake's right there.
It's not poisons drinking water. That's how you get dysentery. Do you want to poop forever? Apprentice note. A scrap of paper. Oh, a summoning font. Excellent. Alright, I can do it. Alright, let's see here. Where is the thing? Summoning sciences. Exercise 1. Address the summoning font. Tome of Spirit. Flames. Let's tamper with things we shouldn't tamper. Hello, Dali.
Huh.
It's a bunny! Oh, I killed it! Oh, thank God Liliana wasn't here. Alright. Let's continue meddling where man shouldn't meddle. Exercise 2. Uncommon Calling. Magus. Alright, what do we got? I'm glad the Templars don't care that I'm just kind of, you know, testing shit out. Hopefully summoning something horrible from the great beyond. Maybe death from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I'm sorry, Bogus Journey. He played backgammon? It was awesome. Oh. What's my third exercise? Oh, Jesus. I'm not going to remember this. I have to summon, read the second passages of a bestiary, a sigil, spiritorum. Alright, well, I'm going to do this over a course of time, because my memory is not super awesome. Horn, sigil, spirit, Gorvish. I've already forgotten. Sorry, I'm trying to whistle the Harry Potter theme. But my dog is barking and making me forget, and I can't really do it from memory. Sigil Spiritorium.
Yes.
Oh, so the other side. Ah!
Going.
Scrub harder, Templars. Novice phylactery and summoning flames. Yay! Wake up, 'cause it's time to die. Fade Rifter.
I think we work well together.
Yes.
Alright, I got some charged mitts that are an inferior glove to what I already have. Now I get to take the long way around this cyclical hell. Bye, stupid kids. Hope you're ready to fight Darkspawn. Grow up faster! And the Templars need to do some more scrubbing because that's gross. Yay! Let's go back to camp because I picked up something cool. I'm drinking root beer in case anyone cares. Hi, puppy.
Your dog is filthy. I can smell him 50 yards off.
I know, that's mean. Good, he will fell our enemies with his stench. Yes.
That may be so, but all the same, I would like your permission to bathe him.
Oh, okay. Bathe? Can't you just wave your staff and make him clean?
No, that's not what magic is used for.
What good is it?
Just make him sleep over on the other side of the camp. With Alistair. With any luck, that will keep all the stench confined to one small area.
Oh, it's okay. Hello. I'm gonna pet you. Your back is itchy. Alright, Anna's hanging out.
Something I can help with?
Maybe?
Yes? What's on your mind?
Nothing. I don't think she talks until you... What is Wynne doing?
Oh, it's been a long day. Rest. Rest. Be welcome.
Are you alright?
Yes, of course. I am just a little weary.
Aren't we all?
As you may have noticed, I'm no spring chicken.
You are very sprightly for your age.
Thank you. You're very kind to say so.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, I do not know how many years I have left in me. I have lived for such a long time.
200,
there's
300
always
years.
something else to do. And I have to keep going in order to do it. I think I will be glad when I am done.
Oh, okay. You're not allowed to be done yet.
Oh, no. I'm not the sort of person that leaves things unfinished.
Good.
I'll see this through, I promise.
Oddly enough, she approved of that. So good.
Have you encountered many abominations, apart from the ones in the Circle Tower?
No, I've seen a few, even though that's not an option. Why do you ask?
You are younger than I, and your nerves yet have some steel in them. Did you feel any fear facing the abominations?
Yes, because they're gross. I was terrified. They're quite horrendous looking.
The first time I saw an abomination, my blood turned to ice. It was months before the nightmares stopped. It was the knowledge that I could easily become one of them that frightened me the most.
That's fair. But it is this knowledge that drives you to be cautious, I hope.
One slip. All it takes is one slip, and everything you are is simply gone. Replaced by madness. And there is no turning back. Or at least that's what they say.
You have doubts?
Of late, I have begun to wonder if there is any way an abomination can be cured. Or if a mage could be so possessed and still retain their sanity, their humanity.
Their humanity. If one retains one's humanity, one is not an abomination, Vakarian said deeply.
Yes, it is madness and cruelty that define abominations. If those are lacking, if the mage remembers the person they truly are, then they are not an abomination. I never saw that. Thank
Really?
you for showing me another way of looking at it.
Okay. You're welcome.
So, tell me, how did you become a Grey Warden?
I drank some blood. I was tainted and only the joining can save me.
Then you became a Grey Warden out of necessity.
Yes.
But Duncan must also have seen something special in you. The Order does not take in recruits just to save their life. You must be proud to be able to represent your tribe and the Dalish as a Grey Warden.
Not really. I kind of suck. Da da da. I just hope that I can show the strength Duncan saw in me.
Sometimes it gives me comfort to think that everything will end up the way it's supposed to. That it will be all right. You were chosen. You survived the joining when others did not. Perhaps it was meant to be.
Oh, awesome. I've inspired her to greater willpower. Which, let's see here. Oh, okay. She's still a neutral, but she's at like 25%. So.
I must ask, what does being a Grey Warden mean to you?
Let's see here. Means I've been chosen to do something important, glory and honor on the battlefield, killing as many darkspawn as possible. Means everyone needs to show me some respect. And then, I don't know, does it have to mean something? I guess I'll stick with the chosen to do something important route.
There's that, of course. But there's more to being a Grey Warden than killing darkspawn and saving the world from the Blight.
Really?
Ultimately, being a Grey Warden is about serving others. About serving all people, whether elves or dwarves or men.
I'd prefer elves. I can be a dick. Say the Grey Warden's bow to no one. I will go with, you mean to say I serve as a protector?
As a Grey Warden, you are a guardian of men.
And women.
And you guard them because their continued existence is more important than you are.
Not by
Thus
much.
It is you who serves, not they.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
A good king, a true king who cares for his land, uses his power to rule firmly but fairly. He serves his people first and foremost. The king who does not do this, who believes that he is entitled to his power, who abuses it and uses it for his own means, is a tyrant.
And a dick. I'm an elf. I don't really want power. If I'm strong enough to take power, I deserve it. I don't want power. So in a way, having power confines you.
If you live apart from others, and your actions affect only you, then you may do as you wish. But if you have
do.
power, influence, and strength, your every action will be as a drop of water in a clear, still pond. The drop causes ripples, and ripples spread. Think of how far they will go, how wide they will become, how will they affect the pond. But I've lectured enough for today.
Yeah.
I should stop before I wear out my welcome.
Yeah. All this thinking makes my pretty purple hair hurt.
What's on your mind?
Let's see here. Are you feeling better?
Oh, yes, and thank you for asking.
I'm polite.
I'm feeling much better today.
Excellent. I like making sure my companions are well. I'm not hitting on you.
Well, thank you for your kindness, my dear. It certainly warms these rickety old bones.
Well, that was easy.
What's on your mind?
2 approval points just for asking how someone is. Wish that worked on Morrigan. I was just thinking about being a Grey Warden, apparently.
Is something troubling you?
Yes. I'm fighting a human war that has nothing to do with me. Everyone expects so much. I wish I could go back to my old life.
A Grey Warden should put aside the person that he used to be.
Shut up.
It has shaped the person that he is, but he has become something greater. Grey Wardens have no titles. They owe no allegiance to a king or lord. They cannot serve one people. They must serve them all and protect them all. You are one of the 2 surviving Grey Wardens in Ferelden. You defend all of us, and much rests on your shoulders. It may not mean much to you, but thank you for having the courage to continue to fight.
Okay. I don't give up easily.
And that gives me hope.
Oh, good.
Have you heard much about the Grey Wardens of old?
Oh, I like this conversation. I'm going to be immature as fuck. I know they soared through the skies on griffins.
Griffins. Alas, that seems to be the only thing people remember from the tales. The mighty flying mounts that bore the Grey Wardens into battle.
Imagine raining death upon your enemies. How glorious.
Ah, yes, the glory days. It was said that watching the Wardens ride in on their white griffins was enough to rouse a weary heart and put the dance back in the step of an old man. The Grey Wardens were powerful, feared and respected, but they also inspired the common people. I remember a tale that was told to me many years ago.
Does it have griffins in it?
Maker's mercy, it's like talking to a child.
No, it isn't. Well, you are old enough to be my grandmother.
Yes, there are griffins in this story.
Yes!
The blight had ravaged the land for months, and the armies of the great kings had amassed for one last stand. As the sun burst through the clouds that boiled and churned in the dark sky above, it illuminated a vast, seething horde of darkspawn, with the archdemon at its head. And it was then, when courage seemed to fail, and all lost to death and despair, that the Grey Wardens came. They arrived with the beating of wings like mighty war drums, and stood before the armies of men.
Griffins!
Yes, griffins. Now listen to the rest of the story.
Griffins.
The Grey Wardens, grim and fearless, marched forth, ever between the men and the encroaching darkspawn. They formed a shield of their own bodies and held that line until the archdemon was dead, and the last darkspawn lay trampled in the dirt. And then, demanding neither reward nor recognition for their sacrifice, the Grey Wardens departed. When the clouds finally rolled back, and the sun shone full upon the blighted ground, the great kings knew that they had lost no men, and none of their blood had been spilled.
Oh, apparently I have a cunning thing. This story isn't about a specific battle, isn't it?
You are observant. This is a tale about no battle the Grey Wardens have fought, and yet about them all.
Not this
They
one.
have always defended us from the Darkspawn, taking losses so we do not have to. People may have forgotten over the centuries,
Jerks.
but nothing has changed. This knowledge has been blessing and burden to Grey Wardens past, and now it shall be your blessing and your burden.
Burden. Cool story, bro.
What's on your mind?
As a Grey Warden, I'll never lead a normal life, will I?
No, you won't.
I already do. That makes me sad. They can say she's blunt. I don't think I was ever meant to be normal.
I don't think so either. You would not have been happy living a dull, uneventful life, dying in obscurity.
Like all
You
elves.
wonder sometimes if your life would be better if you weren't who you are.
A little.
When I was a young woman in the tower, I came to the realization that the circle would be my life, and I would know no other. Family, love, a simple life. These were things that others took for granted, that I would never have.
Jerks. Grass is always greener, huh?
It made me very moody. All I could think of was being trapped in that tower with no way out and no end in sight. I started hating my life and myself, and one night I found myself in the tower's chapel. I was seeking refuge, maybe answers.
Oh, okay. It's hard to imagine you as a moody youth.
Well, I was. Dreadfully morose.
Emo.
Surly. Anyway, where was I? Ah, yes, the chapel. I must have looked tearful or made some noise, because the revered mother came out and decided to speak to me. And because I had no one else to talk to, I talked to her. I must have said many silly things.
And I hated that
But
bitch.
she told me that the Maker puts us all on our paths for a reason, and fighting our intended course is what causes so much anguish.
Did that make you feel better?
I thought the old biddy was full of rubbish.
Yes!
I was 15, maybe 16, and I knew everything.
Bitches.
So I left, but I always found my way back to that chapel. And as the years passed, I began to see the truth of her words. We were supposed to be polar opposites, mage and priest. But we weren't. There was much about us that was the same.
Our taste in music. But priests choose to be priests. Mages don't.
Not all priests choose their path. Some children are given to the chantry to raise and become initiates. The
Alistair.
revered mother had lived in the chantry all her life, as I had been in the tower for all of mine. She taught me that you can find your family in the people around you, that you can love your work and find fulfillment in duty, and there is joy even in self-sacrifice. If you put others before yourself, then their well-being is yours, and their happiness is your happiness.
Oh, that is profound. That does not sound easy.
You can scream and cry and be angry about life as a Grey Warden,
Okay.
or you can accept it and allow yourself to see the good in it.
Nope.
This is your choice.
These are deep conversations.
What's on your mind?
I'd like to ask you about the circle.
I will answer to the best of my ability.
How did you become a mage?
People don't become mages. They are born mages. The talent just surfaces later. But you are asking how I ended up at the circle.
No, that's a different
I was
question.
brought there by the Templars, just like many of the other apprentices. I don't remember very much. I was very young then.
What about your family?
I didn't have a family. I never knew my real parents. My earliest memory was of hiding in a hayloft on a farm, trying to keep warm. I was found, and the farmer's wife was kind enough not to send me away. But they had children of their own, and I was never made to feel welcome. The eldest son was the worst. He was always calling me a stray, and throwing anything he could get his hands on at me. And I don't know how it happened, but one day, he just found his hair on fire. Fortunately, there was a large trough nearby.
Oh, good. He was lucky. I would have kicked his ass.
And you would have seen yourself trussed up like a festival turkey and paraded about the square for it. Village folk have little love for witches like us.
Or elves.
Thankfully, all I had to endure was a few nights locked in a cold barn with a bowl of water and a crust of bread. The Templars arrived several mornings later.
Oh, okay. Were they mean?
One of them ignored me, but the other was kind to me. He gave me sweets and even sat me on his shoulders once when I wanted to look over a high wall that ran along the road. I'll never forget the moment the Templars led me into the entrance hall of the tower. I had never seen anything so grand in my life. I stopped being afraid then. I knew I was home.
You sound like you're lying. Okay, that's a good story.
Well, that's about all there is to my tale. That's how I came to the circle.
Okay, what was life like in the tower?
I would be lying if I said it was easy. First, there were rules, and we were constantly watched to make sure we behaved appropriately.
Beatings.
Then there was the study of magic. We had to cast the spells just so, control the effects completely. A single word spoken incorrectly, a gesture out of sync, and lack of focus. And we needed to have perfect focus, or we would be in danger.
And set people's hair on fire. At least you learned about the dangers, too.
Without the circle and my mentors, I would not have been where I am today. And there was joy in life at the circle. The joys of fellowship, in knowing that you were not alone in your struggles. In spite of everything, I was happy in the tower, and I loved it.
Oh, good. Okay, we're good. Alright. What else? Who is this lazy fucker?
You witnessed the rarest of things, Warden. The Dalish stand ready to defend Ferelden.
About time. I like your kicky blue outfit, actually. You're sure they will fully commit?
I would not insult them by asking.
Oh, okay.
Word was given, and that is all that needs to be said.
Whoa.
At your word, Warden.
What do you need?
We have assembled on a short schedule. Certain factors of equipment could be better. Crafting components would serve best. Basic ones like elf root and deep mushroom.
Oh, right, you can give them stuff. What do you need?
The Circle of Magi stands ready to assist, Grey Warden, as do the Templars of the Chantry.
They'll work together?
The sincerity of your cause has drawn them together under a common banner.
Oh, awesome.
It would not have happened otherwise.
Oh, I think I got them both. Excellent.
The Circle of Magi stands ready to assist, Grey Warden, as do the Templars of the Chantry.
What do you need?
There are always areas to improve on, Grey Warden. The most useful for my talents are runes.
Okay. How about you, Sten?
You are not quite as callow as I thought. That is unexpected.
Oh. You thought I was callow?
You sound surprised. You must have heard this before.
No!
You'll get over it. Eventually.
No! So will you tell me now why you were caged?
I caged myself. A weak mind is a deadly foe, as you are no doubt aware.
Yeah. What happened?
I told you before that I was sent here. I was not sent alone. I came to your lands with 7 of the Beresad, my brothers, to seek answers about the Blight. We made our way across the Ferelden countryside without incident, seeing nothing of the threat we were sent to observe. Until the night we camped by Lake Calenhad. It came from everywhere. The earth beneath our feet, the air above us. Our own shadows harbored the darkspawn. I saw the last of the creatures cut down, too late. I fell.
Huh. Okay. That sounds like what happened to me at Ostagar.
I heard the stories of Ostagar. Your kith stood their ground when others fled. No one can do more than that.
Oh my god, respect.
I don't know how long I lay on the battlefield among the dead, nor do I know how the farmers found me. I only know that when I woke I was no longer among my brothers, and my sword was gone from my hand.
Did you drop it?
Perhaps. I searched for it, and when that failed I asked my rescuers what had become of it.
Did they know where it was?
They said they found me with nothing.
Did you believe them?
I did. I knew they didn't have the blade. They had no reason to lie to me. I panicked. Unthinking, I struck them down.
You panicked over a lost blade?
That sword was made for my hand alone. I have carried it from the day I was set into the Beresad. I was to die wielding it for my people. Even if I could cross Ferelden and Tevinter unarmed and alone to bring my report to the Arishok, I would be slain on sight by the Antam. They would know me as soulless, a deserter. No soldier would cast aside his blade while he drew breath.
Can we search for it?
If I knew where to look, it would be in my hand now.
Where'd you find Darkspawn?
Near Lake Calenhad.
Well, we were just there! We'll find it.
Perhaps those words are empty, but thank you all the same.
Oh, alright, so I have enough... Oh, and I got 16 approval points. This is just magic. Sten actually is warm to me right now. He doesn't totally hate me.
You called.
I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Do you find Ferelden strange?
To put it lightly, no one has a place here. Your farmers wish to be merchants. The merchants dream of being nobles, and the nobles become warriors. No one is content to be who they are.
Well, it does suck. You sound homesick.
Perhaps. It's strange to be in a crowd and hear a language that is not your own. To see faces that are and aren't like yours.
Nothing is like
I
this.
miss the smells of Saharon. Tea and incense and the sea. Ferelden smells of wet dogs.
Yeah. You left out rotting garbage.
True. I was trying to forget that part. Shall we move on?
Do you ever want to change your lot in life?
What does that accomplish? The farmer who buys a shop is never a merchant. He is always a farmer turned merchant. He carries his old life with him as a turtle carries its shell.
Maybe he was meant to be a merchant.
Meant by whom? And if that were indeed his purpose, why did that mysterious source of meaning not make him so to begin with?
Do you think birth should determine your destiny?
Destiny? Destiny is superstitious nonsense. Life is not a journey that ends with you arriving or not arriving at the proper destination. Life is what you do. Life is the duties you fulfill.
But couldn't your duties fulfill being a merchant? Is happiness important?
You can learn to find it in doing your duty, in serving your people. There is no need to search for it. Shall we move on?
No, I have more questions. Is there anything you like about Ferelden?
There is interesting food here. You have a thing. It doesn't have a word in the Kunari tongue. Little baked things like bread, but sweet and crumbly.
You mean cookies.
Yes, we have no such things in our lands. This should be remedied.
You stole cookies from a fat kid because you wanted them. Not because you were trying to keep the fat kid from being fat.
Shall we
I'm
move
on to you. Discuss something
Speak,
you
then.
mentioned. What do you mean your mages are beasts?
I misspoke. They are not beasts. Beasts learn eventually.
What's so terrible about magic?
Mages? Is there some reason you insist upon discussing this?
What? I have keepers. It's a subject of concern to me.
You live in this world just as I do. You already know what magic is.
And what is magic?
A sword with no hilt. There is no use talking of this. We should move on.
Okay.
As you wish.
Shockingly, he approved of that conversation, and we are up to moderate strength. Hi, Morgan.
What do you wish of me? If you must.
I have her grimoire. I don't know that she's actually talked to me about it. But I'm just gonna give it to her anyway, because I'm lazy. Plus, she's all pissy from the, oh yeah, she's basically at neutral. I'm just gonna give you your stupid grimoire. You're supposed to ask. But going to Circle Tower, where she hates everybody, was not the right call. Here, take your stupid book.
What? You found Flemeth's grimoire? Ever since we discovered the condition of the Mage's Tower, I had wondered if it might be recoverable, but I had yet to speak of it to you. How fortunate that you found it on your own.
I have
Have
initiative.
my thanks. I will begin study of the tome immediately.
What do you hope to find with it?
Secrets. My mother has many of them, and this tome represents the one time that they were able to get away from her. I do not intend to squander this opportunity to learn more than Flemeth wished me to know. This should be interesting.
Oh, okay. I only got 8 points for that?
What do you wish of me?
Nothing, you suck. I'm gonna talk to Alistair. Because I don't think I can talk to Sten anymore. Or, sorry.
I'm listening.
Shale.
It doesn't have better things to do.
Not even a little, yeah.
On then.
She's all tapped out. Unless I bring her along. Ogren?
I still got it.
So what are you waiting for? Go get her.
Don't you know anything about women?
I am one.
You gotta make 'em wait. Play hard to get.
We hate that.
Might as well rest up while I can.
Ugh.
You ready to go?
I'd like to know more about you.
What about?
Never mind.
All right.
Well, later.
Aye. All right then.
Alright, oh wait, Severin. You are way over here, bud. Answer some questions.
All right, but I get to stare at you luridly while you do so.
Okay. Let's try talking to Alistair.
Yes? Well, we're in camp. Now's as good a time as any to talk, right?
Whoa, you can join him in a tent, kiss him, end it. No, just won't do anything.
Fair enough. Off we go then.
Alright, let's start passing out gifts, because I got a lot of inventory to burn. Let's see, the runestone, I believe that is for him.
Is that for me?
Yes.
Really? Wow.
An amulet.
What?
Sten, let's see here. I'll try and give him the statue.
You have my thanks.
Oh, he liked it. Okay. Wynne, there's a fancy scroll.
A generous gift. Thank you ever so much.
There's a bone, an amulet, and there's some booze. Silver chain, Morgan
fine
likes
gift.
that.
You have my thanks.
There's more booze. Rex, here's a bone, even though you love me. Chantry amulet, that would be for Liliana.
Oh, how dear of you. Thank you so much.
Oh, alright, we're at 100%. Me and her are homegirls. Finally. Ogren. Alright.
That looks fine indeed.
Beef.
It'll do, sure.
Huh. Shockingly, he took
That
that.
looks fine indeed.
Zevran.
You have excellent taste. How nice.
Okay. Alright. I got this whole little approval rack up. Let's see if his conversation changes.
Yes?
No. Alright, I gotta sell off some more shit, but I think after this, we are going to do, I guess, some other quests. I already helped out Ogren with this lady. We're still over here, so I might go look for Sten's sword. And then we could go over to Denerim and do some of that stuff before we go to Redcliffe. So on good, goodbye.